All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle and elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to Yah, pushing his truth throughout the four winds. All right. Never neglect true wisdom from above. Okay. Because as will be told or thought that everybody has wisdom, spiritual wisdom. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing believed throughout the world. You know, you'll have people calling themselves evangelists or missionaries, and they'll go Africa, all around the world, and people would listen to them and think that they have some kind of wisdom. Okay? Truly, they're blinded. Okay, so we never neglect true wisdom that comes from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because not everybody has wisdom. Not everybody has the only wisdom that matters. Okay? This is Sirach, chapter 6, I'm going to start at 18. It says, "My son, gather instruction from thy youth up." So the moment you're spiritually born in this truth, that time, the clock goes off. Okay? The clock goes off. That's when you're supposed to be a sponge, soaking up everything, watching videos, reading. Okay? Reading, gathering all this information. All right? Because it comes from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? And it says, so shall thy find wisdom till thine old age. And that's how you grow. Okay, you start off drinking that milk, that sincere milk, and then growing, you're eating the big meals, the steak, the meat, you know what I'm saying? Spiritually. All right? It says, coming to her, which is wisdom, as one that ploweth and soweth. Okay? So, to plow and sow, that means you gotta reap and sow. And wait for her good fruit. You know what I'm saying? That's seeds planted. Okay? You're planting seeds by listening to the apostles and elders and other Akims pushing the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's making videos. And by you doing that and studying it and making sure it's 100%, you grow. Then you learn. Then you remember these scriptures, okay? And then you become stronger in the truth, okay? Spiritually, all right? It says, for thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her. So you're not going to have to fight. You're not going to have to wrestle with these scriptures, okay? Because you're getting it in its true form of wisdom, okay? But thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon. So you're going to understand when it's brought out the right way. That's why you'll see some Christian pastors and those men calling themselves men of the Lord, when you ask them about certain scriptures, they have no answer. They'll tell you, don't worry about that. Okay, that's not for you to understand or figure it out yourself, you know, because they really don't know. All right. It says, she is very unpleasant to the unlearned. And that's right. She unpleasant because these scriptures are beauty. They're beautiful. All right. They're beautiful. The scriptures and the wisdom and understanding is beautiful. Okay, that's why I said she's unpleasant. People don't want to have to deal with something that they can't give you the proper answer for because they have no wisdom and knowledge on it. All right? You're not going to ask someone how to drive if they never drove before. They don't have much wisdom on it. If they've been driving for a week, you're not going to get instructions from them that have no knowledge on it or think that they have knowledge on it. You're not going to get instructions from them because they really don't understand what's going on. All right? It says, he that is without understanding will not remain with her. Okay? So if you don't understand, you're not going to get it. All right? Wisdom will not stay with someone who is not for. And that's why you never neglect wisdom when it comes from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right? It says she will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial. Okay? Trial. You ever seen like in a case when people are in court? That's a trial. Okay? When you're tested to see if it's for you or not, whether you're guilty or innocent. Okay? And he will cast her from him ere it be long. Okay? So, you don't understand. You're going to be wrestling with this scripture, wrestling with scriptures in the Bible, not going to get it, and it's just going to be pushed off as I really don't understand what this is. And all brothers, if you ever read the Bible before, Yahweh Shem Yahushua woke you up, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? You'll wrestle with it, thinking you like, man, I don't even know what this means, you know? And that's why it's so important. It's so important not to neglect wisdom, bro. True wisdom. It's important not to neglect it. All right? It says, for wisdom is according to her name, Sophia. And she is not manifest unto many. So many people will not get or understand these scriptures. The truth. People will not understand it because it has to be ordained and put in and instilled in you to understand this. All right? But it says, she is not manifesting to many. She is not made known to many. Those mysteries, those deep sayings, those parables. Everybody's not going to understand that. Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel. Okay? Don't refuse when, and this is why a lot of people don't get it, because they think just because you're a regular Joe Blow, they can't see that spiritual side of you because you don't own a church. You're not driving a big Lincoln with a 3-piece suit on. You know what I'm saying? They think gain is godliness. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they won't believe you. They see you out preaching and you got some regular shoes on, jeans, your garment or whatever, and a t-shirt. And they're like, oh yeah, he don't really know nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're looking through that eye. They're not seeing in a spiritual sense because they can't. All right? It says, and put thy feet into her fetters and thy neck into her chains. That means become a slave to wisdom. Become a spiritual slave to wisdom. Okay? Become that. That's what you have to become. You have to basically give yourself over to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? And not neglect it. You can use, I mean, not to be worldly or nothing, but if you see a woman and you strongly have an attraction to that woman, you know, you're going to talk to her. You're going to do all the things in this society. You're going to take out to eat. You know what I'm saying? You're going to buy flowers and all those simp things that men do. You know what I'm saying? In the world, you're going to do all those things because you desire her. Okay? Same thing with wisdom though, but this is on a way heavier meaning. All right? It says, bow down thy shoulder and bear her. That means hold her and be not grieved with her bonds. Okay? Because true wisdom, with much wisdom comes much grief. Okay? So you got to be, when you find out you're an Israelite, when you find out that these curses upon you, you know what I'm saying? It says, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay? It don't say that it might happen. It tells you to prepare. And when you prepare for something, you embrace. You know what I'm saying? You brace yourself for the impact because you know it's coming. You brace yourself. You tighten up. It tells you to basically embrace for it because it's going to come. All right? It says, come into her with thy whole heart. Sell out. Let all of your mind come into this wisdom. All right? And keep her ways with all thy power. So, bro, you got to walk, talk, live, eat wisdom, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is what you have to do. All right? It says, search and seek and see, and she shall be made known unto thee. And that's doing your homework. That's constantly reading. All right? That's doing your homework right there. Search out things, search out the meaning of words. Okay? Going to the Hebrew. All right? That's doing your homework. You do it properly, and that wisdom is going to come to you. All right? It says, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go. Pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushua does not take that Holy Spirit away from you. You know what I'm saying? It's the best thing that ever happened to us. All right? Don't let her go. Don't let her go. You got to fall in love with her. You can't let her go. All right? For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and thou shalt be turned to thy joy. Okay? So, at the end, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. It's going to cause you to walk the way you're supposed to walk, keeping law, statutes, and commandments, calling upon the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, doing things you're supposed to do, seeking counsel. All right, these are things you're supposed to be doing through wisdom. Okay, so by you doing these things, you're walking a straight, tight-knit line, and that tight-knit line is going to lead you right into the kingdom. All right, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee. Now you was just bond. You were just a slave to these things, but they made you wise. Okay, now you can use, I know the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's your defense now. Okay, wisdom, because it's gonna grow on you. You're gonna know what to do in certain situations because the Spirit will be guiding you, and when it's guiding you, you're gonna be led to the right place. Okay, in the Spirit. That's why it says, when you go back, it says it's not manifested to many, and it says that the person that is going to be basically wrestling with it, he's going to push her off, and that will be like a 2/3, or that would be somebody that was in the truth and basically fell away. Okay, because it was too much for him. Okay, it was too much for him. Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory. Now it turns from something that looked like, okay, you're going through this, you're going through life. It seems like it's a struggle. You're so sick of Esau and all the other nations and 2/3 with bullshit every day. You're watching all this homosexual bullshit, and everything is just wickedness. Okay? But you got that wisdom, you know, to move this certain way. Okay, now it's turned into something joyous. Okay, because you stayed on that path. All right? It says, and her chains a robe of glory. For there is a golden ornament upon her, and her bonds are purple lace. That's royalty. That's a crown. That's what you get for keeping wisdom through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and knowledge and understanding that he gives from above. Okay, so you can't neglect it. Okay, so when you do that, then you have that golden ornament upon her. That brings you to life. Okay, that brings you to a place where people call a kingdom. Okay, so you think the person that had that wisdom and it was on them as a trial, and that trial, the person pushed it off because the wisdom just didn't reside with them. You think they're going to get into the kingdom? No, because they have not wisdom. They're not walking in wisdom. Wisdom is, it's a reason why it's telling you to hold on to her and don't let her go, because it's going to lead you to somewhere you need to be. All right? Everybody's not going to have it. All right? It says, thou shalt put her on as a robe of honor, and shalt put her about thee as a crown of joy. Okay? You got to be, you have to wear this wisdom, man. It's something that you have to wear. You have to live it. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. Okay? And that's how you start obtaining. Hearing comes by the word of the Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Okay? Faith comes by hearing. And hearing by the word. And that's where you pick wisdom up at. All right? So you have to be taught. You have to be taught. Period. Okay? You're not going to pick this up by yourself. You're not going to get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding by yourself. How can you unless you hear? And how can you hear unless you have somebody sent to you? You know what I'm saying? So that's how it has to be. So you have to have order. Okay? It says, and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. So it's just not a matter of hearing. Now you got to put forth the effort. Okay? Put forth thy mind. Your mind is going to have you, after you obtain that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, when it's leading you in the right path. Now you're going to be making videos. You're going to be studying. You're going to be getting proper understanding and edification on things. And you're going to apply yourself. That's why it says, blessed is he when Yahweh Shem Yahshua return, he finds doing. Okay? You can't just hear the word and just be a regular Joe Blow in this. Okay? It don't work like that. All right? It says, if thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. Okay? If you love to hear, you're going to receive understanding. You can't yak and me and the Akia Yatazak from the Dallas camp, man. I remember one of the brothers in our camp was getting some advice from him. And he told him, you're going to be doing a lot of shutting the fuck up. And that's real. That's real, bro. You're going to be doing a lot of being quiet because you're obtaining knowledge. Just watch a child. Whatever that child is around when he's young, those ways are going to stick with him because that's all that child knows. All right? That's what it's taught. That's like planting a seed. Don't plant a seed of a child running around being a bully and expect him to be a nice kid when he go to school. That's all he's seeing. Okay? Same thing here. Soak up knowledge. Okay? It says, and if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise. So you got to basically push yourself out of the way. Don't neglect wisdom. You got to move yourself out of the way and say, it's not about me. All right? This is not about me. Okay? Because it's going to come a time where now you have to be speaking the same things you learned. Now you're going to be wise. And that same seed that was put in you and you grew and learned, you're going to have to instill that in other brothers. All right? It says, be willing to hear every godly discourse. So when you hear great men speak, listen. Take notes. Write down. You know what I'm saying? And let not the parables of understanding escape thee. Stay in your word. It may be something you learned 5 years ago. Stay on top of it. Okay? Stay on top of that. All right? And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the step of his door. Now that's cold right there. It should be for like the elder brothers or the heads of camps or whoever deals with like a camp or things of that nature. You should see, if you can look in the spirit, you should see spiritual footsteps to the person that Yahweh Shem Yahshua set up for you to learn under. It should be spiritual footprints to that brother's house. Okay? It should be spiritual footprints. Okay? Or in this day and age, it should be a lot of spiritual phone calls or spiritual text messages or however it may be. But you should constantly be soaking up knowledge and understanding from that man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right? With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you all, pushing this truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.